Good morning, everyone. So today we're basically going to be learning about seasons and why we have different seasons and how the sun affects the different seasons, why we have more daylight hours in the summer and less in the winter. We're going to learn about all of that here. So this is basic elementary science. You know that we have 4 seasons. There's summer where it's hot, winter where it's cold, we have spring and the fall. You already know that. You can read about details about each one here, but this is basically revision from elementary. Okay? All right, now, something you need to know. We all know that the sun rises in the east, sets in the west. This is basic information from last lesson. What you need to know is that during the summer, the sun goes higher in the sky than during the winter. Okay? During the summer, we have longer day hours. We call them daylight hours. And during the winter, we have shorter daylight hours. Why? Because in winter, the sun doesn't go as high in the sky, so its path is kind of short. Okay? It has a short path. ما بياخدوا وقت كتير. You know, sometimes when you're fasting during the winter, you notice that iftar is like at 4:30 because maghrib is at 4:30. So because the sun goes down, okay, at an hour that's earlier, because it has a short path. Okay, فعنده أوقات أقل. السمر عنده long path. Okay, that's why in the summer, if Ramadan's in the middle of the summer, sometimes iftar is at 7:30, at 8. It was a couple of years ago. Now it might be at 7, 6:30. It depends on where you are during the year. Okay, but if you're in winter, Maghrib is much earlier because the sun goes down faster. ما بتاخد وقت كتير. Look at that. Okay, that's first thing you gotta know. So let's look at that in more detail. Okay, so the sun's path, because this is higher in the sky and this is lower, this is summer. Okay, and this is winter. Now the first thing we understood is that in winter it has, okay, shorter days. That means daylight hours is shorter and it's colder. In the summer it has longer days. Okay, and it's hotter or warmer. Why is that? Let's see. The sun does not go very high. This is the winter in the sky, so the path is shorter. Okay, we already know that. So the sun doesn't go very high in the sky. The path is shorter because the sun is not up very long. There's less daylight. في عنا less daylight. Okay, during this time of the year. Okay, we have less daylight here. In the summer, the sun goes high. Days are longer. Okay, because it takes more time for the sun to complete its longer path across the sky. Sun on the longer path during the summer. Now, why is it colder and warmer? Look at this. It is warmer in the summer than in winter because the sun is up for a longer period of time. So in the summer, the sun is up there in the sky for a longer period of time, which is why, okay, it is warmer. Why? Because the sun has a lot of time to warm the earth in the summer because its path is very long. Okay, you will know why its path is long in the summer and its path is short in the winter. Tomorrow, there's another part that it will explain that. Okay, they're telling us the same thing here. They're basically talking about the angle here where the sun is. In the summer, the angle is kind of more concentrated. In the winter, it's kind of goes at a larger area, so it doesn't, the heat is less concentrated. It's at a lesser angle here. Here, the heat is more concentrated, so it's hotter in the summer and colder in the winter. Let's look at that in more detail. Look at this. The angle at which the sunlight strikes, okay, Earth influences the Earth's temperature, making it hot in the summer and then cold in the winter. So if you look here, okay, the sunlight strikes here at a small area, so it heats up more. This is hotter. The Earth strikes here a larger area, so this is colder. Okay, let's look at the angle here as well. Angle at which sunlight strikes Earth affects the changes in temperature. Okay, as you move from the equator. Now look at this. We live next to the equator. We live around here in the UAE. Okay, here the angle is kind of small, and you have more concentrated sunlight. Okay, here the angle is bigger, so you have less concentrated sunlight, less, because it's the angle is less concentrated. لأنه نفس الامount of sun is coming here بس it's going at a bigger area, فما بيكون في كتير heat. هون it's concentrated at a smaller area, so there is more heat here. So here it's hot, here it's colder. Okay, as you move from the equator, so when you move up it becomes colder. When you are here around the equator it's hotter, and that's because the angle of the sun and how it hits. لأنه الأرث it's circular, so the angle of the sun would have to hit at different areas. Okay, that's it for today. We'll have to hit at different areas in different angles and different intensity. Okay, that's it for today. If you have any questions, please ask. Thank you.